Let's talk about it. Having the courage to speak your truth. So, I wanted to talk about being able to speak up for yourself and not feeling like you're going to have someone criticize you. I was talking to a friend and they were telling me about their daughter who has a problem speaking up. And I remember when I was younger, I had the same issue. Telling people how you feel and somehow feeling like you don't have the right to feel the way you're feeling. One thing I've learned is that you can't make someone speak up for themselves. And when it's someone that you love, you always want to speak up for them. And I have a habit of doing that myself. And that's been something I've done throughout my years. Once I received my voice, I wanted to encourage others to speak up for themselves. And some people just don't want to. Some people are afraid to, thinking about, what the repercussions could be. And others just don't want to hurt your feelings. And sometimes it's not about any of those things. You know, as an adult, you're an adult and I'm an adult. We're not talking about children. As adults, I think that you should be able to speak up and tell people the truth, even if they don't like what you're saying. And it's partly because a lot of people don't want that self reflection. But me being honest with my and sharing my truth is not necessarily being mean or negative to you. It's just sharing my truth. And I think that's why some people begin to avoid others because they feel like they can't speak their truth. And again, it's not about being mean, it's just about being honest. And you can be honest in a kind way without intentionally hurting feelings. But it's like an example would be, you know how you feel about a situation, and maybe someone else disagrees. And now you feel like you can't tell that person you disagree because it'll hurt their feelings. But it's okay for them to be honest and tell you the truth because a lot of times that's what happens. They share how they feel, but then you don't. And then you're living in this anguish and you're not comfortable around certain people that you keep in your life, but it's almost like, it's a facade because you're not really being honest with who you are and how they're making you feel. And so I think it's important to share, that truth, but I also get how and why people don't. Without, we could just talk about, certain things that's been going on in the world. And no matter what side you're on, both sides throughout the whole process, when certain people shared their truth about whatever they believed in, people were attacking them. And I think this too shall pass. And so I don't live that my life like that, but others do. And I think, people have a right to do what they want, but you can't be honest with certain people because then you could be ostracized for having your own beliefs and ostracized for feeling the way you feel. So sometimes people make it difficult for you to speak your truth, but I think for your mental health, because we are talking about mental health and your physical health, because when you're holding things in, you know, it creates stress. And what is that thing that they say? Stress kills. So I think it's important to be honest, be truthful, and just surround yourself with people who care about you and who are as passionate about you as you are about them. So stay tuned for my next video